Thanks to our friends at The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Check out the link below, fool.com/the smattering, to get access to the 10 best stocks to buy right now. Shares of the two home improvement giants, Lowe's and Home Depot, are down around 23% over the past year and change. The headlines about real estate, the housing crisis, home builders stopping building, interest rates skyrocketing and pricing people out of the market are all well known. But is this really a buying opportunity for these two stocks? I'm Jason Hall. This is The Smattering. I've got Tyler Crow, who knows a thing or two about real estate, to help me talk through these two companies. Hey, Tyler.
How are you today? I love home improvement.
Let's talk about that exact thing and why I think this is just a real buying opportunity for investors. So again, let's kind of unpack what's going on with the single family, particularly the single family housing market, Tyler.
Yeah. So after frenzy is pretty much the word that comes to mind when we think about the post-COVID housing boom, and just this rush for people to get houses. A wonderful storm of everyone working from home, therefore commanding more space, a very, very agreeable mortgage rate environment where mortgages were pushed in some places well below 3%. It was a wonderful time for people to refinance or to, be able to afford probably more than they would.
Even with some of the increases we saw in real estate prices, ultra low rates made it affordable.
Right. But with
that's changed.
Yeah, with the reversal of interest rates and considerably higher mortgage rates, that affordability went away, and it's kind of sent shockwaves through the housing market in the sense of the amount of homes being acquired, sold, has dropped precipitously as a result. We can say it was a pull forward of demand in a couple of years where, people who were on the fence decided to pull the trigger versus waiting a little bit longer. Maybe that was part of it. And also now it's just less attractive today. But, the reason we're talking about this here with Home Depot and Lowe's is the idea, well, if people stop buying and selling homes, does that make it bad for these guys?
If we look at housing starts have fallen. Again, this is on like the annualized number, have fallen probably 300,000, 400,000 since the peak less than a year ago. Existing home inventory, we should have more than 2 million homes in the U.S. existing inventory listed for sale at any given time. We're about half that, right? So all of these pressures are certainly there. But I think this is the key, and you started talking about it again for Home Depot and Lowe's. The secret is Home Depot and Lowe's are not selling lumber to home builders, right? I think that's an important part of this story.
Yeah, the idea that, if I'm a home builder, I'm buying enough lumber to build 15, 20 homes at the same time. I'm not running down to Home Depot, picking up a few sheets of plywood or something like that and doing it.
Right.
Grant, I do know that Home Depot has a slightly higher contractor rate where they, contractors buying stuff, but we're not talking about bulk home builder type of purchases.
These are
here.
People that are helping for remodels, additions, all of those things. And that, to me, that's an important part of this story when it comes to Home Depot and Lowe's, because what happens when the real estate market slows down? What do people do, Tyler?
They stick around their house. They look at it and go, I want to change this.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you're pulling drywall. Maybe you find a stud that needs replaced. You're putting up new insulation. You're putting on paint. You're basically doing all the things that you're going to buy at a home improvement store, like a Home Depot or a Lowe's. And so there is my guess, and this is just kind of the best attempt at a crystal ball here, is that with more people in homes and likely staying in their homes, because if they have a really cheap mortgage, they probably are not selling and then trying to reacquire something with a considerably higher mortgage right now. they're probably going to be in those houses for a while, and they're going to look around and they're going to want to do some things to them. And that is likely going to spur some considerable home improvement. We can debate like how much, because like, well, there's that, then there's discretionary income. But we're talking in a general directional trend here. I think there's a lot of opportunity for existing housing stock to see significant improvements, which tends to do well for these two companies.
The median home in the U.S. is, I think, over 37 years old. I'm in the Northeast. It's over 50 years where I live. And other areas, it's a little bit newer, but by and large, 30 plus years is the median home in the U.S. There's a lot of need tos, not just the want tos, that Home Depot and Lowe's also benefit from.
Yeah, this is a lot of discussion about, kind of the ancillary things about Home Depot and Lowe's. But I think the overarching thing that we don't want to discount when you're talking about these two companies is that both of them have very, very long established proven track records of market outperformance. And if you're looking at buying stocks, obviously the what we're talking about here tends to say that what they have been doing will continue. But over the past more than 30 years, these companies have run laps around the S&P 500.